Hello, all, my name is Vods from Shocking Raiders, and today I'm going to tell you my opinion about the new Halloween Void Legendary coming out, Vlad The NightBorn. And to be honest, I think everyone should semi-go for it, mostly because it's viable in PvP and PvE. Because of its kit, I will be explaining in 2 seconds what that's about. But first, there's a new promo code, Spooky13. There is going to be a special video coming out about something big. I want everyone to take part if possible. But let me get into his skill kit for right now. So first off, A1, Bursting Blade. Attacks one enemy, decreases the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Also heals the champion by 30% of the damage inflicted. So far, it looks like it's going to be a very powerful A1 hit, where it decreases the damage, decreases the HP, but also heals you. So, I'm not sure if that stacks with, like, lifesteal or not, but if so, that might be a very good, hit. Because you'd gain more health back. Second, A2, Exsanguinate. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance to place a leech debuff for 2 turns. Also has a chance, has a 75% to steal 50% of the turn meter from champions from Bannerlords, Sacred Order, High Elf factions. Has 75% chance to decrease the turn meter by 50% instead of against targets not of those factions. But the books are somewhat good. So you got level 2, 5% damage, level 3, 10% damage, level 4, 10% chance to increase the debuff and buff and debuff chance. Level 5 increases buff and debuff chance by 15%, and 6 is the cooldown. So it's, depending on how you look at it, somewhat good, somewhat bad. But it all depends on how you look at it. For me, I might like this champion because I seem to run into quite a lot of high elves in the PvP sector, like Arbiter, for one. And, being able to steal that 10 meter will be very useful. So, A3, Mind Shard. Attacks one enemy for 2 times. The first hit has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. The second hit has a 75% chance to place a block activate skill debuff for 2 turns. If both debuffs are placed, a perfect veil buff is also placed on this champion for 2 turns. That's somewhat okay, all depending on who you use it on. For me, I would say, yet again, it's good for me because I always run into people that annoy me in PvP. That perfect veil could help me against, or my decreased defense champion can be replaced now with him if I could. But the book situation, yet again, doesn't help. It will help one of them become 100%, but the other 90%. So you're still going to need a little bit of accuracy, I'd say, on this guy, if not a lot. But I would suggest, if you do go for this champion, to be ready. There is quite a lot of people trying to go for him because he's Void, and Voids don't have any counter reactions to him, negative affinities and stuff. So I would suggest, if you're going to go for him, be ready as soon as you get him to put him into gear. So, Notorious is A4. Replaces a revive on death buff on this champion for 2 turns every time he kills an enemy champion. Also, he fully heals this champion and this turn meter by 50% every time they kill a champion. An enemy champion, for instance. That's not bad. So, in my opinion, the A1 ability, very good. How it heals by dealing damage of the max HP. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to stack with lifesteal. I also don't know if it's going to work well against bosses. But it is very good. I will say the A2 is okay-ish, right? The chance of stealing turn meter and placing a leech on, Bannerlord, Sacred Orders, High Elf factions. Probably one of each is the three highest top factions besides Barbarian and Undead is definitely good, but I don't know if it's 100% great. I think it could be better. For instance, the A3 very strong in my mind. It will help you control arena teams better. How it's got a decreased defense and blocks active skill buffs. This should be a pretty good arena control for the enemy. It's pretty good. It's A4. I'm not so sure about because it's a passive. It's a passive skill that places a revive every time he kills someone. But he does have a critical aura, a critical increase aura through the team. For the team. So that might be good. But being honest, I think most people would end up using speed auras because of the whole increases the speed. The only time they wouldn't is probably for clan boss because clan boss teams are speed set. It makes life a lot easier that way. So yeah, to be honest, my opinion is I would go for it if you've got the resources. I wouldn't if you don't. But it's up to you. It's your personal opinion. But in mine, I'm gonna go for it on my account, my wife's account, because we both could use another champion that's gonna be good in the arena. My Lady Kimmy, for instance, is pretty okay, but considering that's the only legendary I own on my account, but my wife's has got loads more, so that's probably why I've got the free ones, obviously, but that's it. I hope you enjoy this video. If you've got any comments, suggestions, or anything, please leave them in the link description below. The big project coming out is going to be with a special company coming that Mr. Beast is partnered with again. I hope everyone can help as well, but I will leave a link in the description to their stores and everything because we need to help.